How to refuse Part B of Medicare. Hello, this is Ed Weir, former district manager, Social Security Administration. We help people throughout the country navigate the Social Security and Medicare system. So give us a call and we can see if we can help you. All right, so when I worked at Social Security, we get people every single day wanting to refuse Part B. They're 65 years old. There are several situations. They're 65 years old to receive a Medicare. If you're new to Medicare, just turned 65, and you're currently on Social Security, so you retired early, 62, 63, 64, what essentially happens is Medicare, about 3 months before you turn 65, Medicare will send you your Medicare packet essentially automatically. So which would include your Part A and Part B Medicare card. So if you receive it and you want to keep it, then you do nothing. You're completely good, except for you call us and we can walk you through the procedures of finding a prescription drug plan. We can help you enroll, and we can tell you all of the benefits of Medicare Part A and Part B, and also the liabilities of only having Medicare Part A and Part B. So give us a call and we can educate you on all of the different Medicare parts, A, B, C, and D. Okay, but if you're happy with it, you don't need to do anything other than give us a call. But if you are currently working and you have health insurance, you or your spouse are working and you currently have health insurance through current work, and your employer is a company with 20 or more people, then you can refuse Part B. So if you receive that little card in the mail, all you have to do is send it back to Medicare. They will have instructions in the little packet exactly how to sign it if necessary, and send it back, mail it back to them. And then they will send you a new card that just has Part A, and Part A probably will be free for you. It's free for most people. That's what you paid your FICA taxes for all of those decades. If you are not receiving free Medicare Part A, then that's probably because you didn't pay into the Medicare system enough. So give us a call there. We can come up with some different ways to get that addressed for you. All right, so once you send the card back, Medicare will send you another card. It'll just say Medicare Part A. If you don't want A as well, then usually people want to keep the A because it's free, unless you have a health savings account, an HSA from your work, and then it gets a little tricky. That's one of the things about Social Security and Medicare, and one of the things that I cringe every day when I watch people's YouTube videos on Medicare and Social Security, and they talk about this program or the other, and they just don't have the experience or expertise to talk about the particular programs they're talking about. They don't understand that these policies are over 20,000 pages, so we're talking what, 20 war and pieces. So there's a lot of policies, and there's always exceptions, and gray areas there that people don't cover in the YouTube videos. You really have to talk to people on an individual basis to talk about their particular situations. So if you want to do that on your particular case, just give us a call, 888-817-0446. But if you don't have an HSA and you have free Medicare Part A, usually just go ahead and keep it, okay? But again, if you are working, you or your spouse, through and you have health insurance from your current employment, not COBRA or anything like that, not a retirement health insurance, but through current insurance through work, you can just refuse Part B, save yourself the monthly premium. This year in 2023, that monthly premium is $164.90. Save you that money and just continue to get your health insurance from work. And if you like your health insurance from work, that's another thing. We can give us a call and we can say, well, your insurance is pretty good, but this, that, the other, you're paying a lot for it. If you go ahead and keep Part B, sure, it's $164, and maybe you can set you up with a Medicare supplement plan, which covers, the 20% co-insurance that you have with Part B medical, that 20% you're obligated to pay, and there's no limit to that 20%. So if you go to the hospital, or excuse me, you go to a doctor and you get some type of surgery and it costs $100,000, then you have to pay $20,000 out of your pocket for that surgery, if you only have Part A and Part B. So obviously there's other programs out there, Medicare supplement plans, Medicare Advantage plans, and others that we can help you navigate and enroll in as well. So give us a call. All right, so if you have health insurance from work, again, you can refuse Part B, and then once you stop working or your spouse stops working, you stop receiving health insurance from that current employment. A year down the line, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, now you're 68 years old, decide you want to go ahead and stop working. You have 8 months from that time to go ahead and sign up for Part B, and there's no penalty. So again, if you don't sign up and you didn't have health insurance from work, then there's a 10% penalty for every 12-month period you did not sign up for Part B. So we get people all the time that call up and say, well, I just didn't have the money to pay for the premium. I didn't think I needed it. I wasn't sick at the time. So, I just didn't sign up, and they call me at 72 years old, and now they've got a 70% penalty for not signing up for Part B, and then there's also a penalty for not signing up for Part D of prescription drug plans. So always get informed first, and make sure you're informed by someone that actually has decades of experience and expertise and training and knows all the particulars, and that's why we recommend you give us a call. All right, so you have 8 months to go ahead and sign up for Part B program after. But as I always said, told tens of thousands of people, you have 8 months, legally you have 8 months, but what happens when you don't have health insurance for 8 months? Then exactly, that's usually when you get sick. That's how it usually works out, unfortunately. So probably about a month, 2 months, or 3 months before you're going to stop working and stop receiving health insurance from work, go ahead and what you'll need is a couple of forms, a 40B and a 564. And you can print those off online. You take one of those down to your employer and they fill it out, and they say, yes, this person had health insurance from work since they were 65 years old, no penalty there. And the other form, the 40B, is basically to actually sign up for a Medicare Part B, and make sure you put in the remarks down there in the bottom where it says big section and remarks. Just put down there, please start my Part B this particular month. It makes everything easier. How do you get that to Social Security? You can mail it to Social Security. You can take it down to the office. Anytime you take anything down to the office, again, make sure you get a copy of it, and they stamp it that they received it, or you can actually fax it in. But if you're going to fax it in, make sure you use a fax that has a confirmation that it actually got through. Okay. All right. So that's how you refuse Part B and avoid the penalties. If you want to refuse Part B, not because you have current health insurance through current employment, but just because you can't afford the monthly premium, that's when we see a lot of problems. Usually people end up, because again, I've done this tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of times. I've seen the end result of bad decisions. So this is a video, I guess, of cautionary tales. I think all my videos are some element of cautionary tales because of the experience I've had talking to people on a daily basis for a few decades about everything involving Social Security and Medicare. But people almost always regret not taking Part B when they had the chance. And I understand that if you just can't afford, again, $164.90 premium, and that's why you need to do it, you need that extra money, give us a call. And let's see if we can find some more money out there for you, get you eligible for a Medicaid program, get you signed up for extra help with prescription drugs. Maybe we can find you some money there. check to see if your Social Security benefit is correct. Check out any VA benefits, see if you're eligible for any spousal benefits, auxiliary benefits, or anything like that. Let's do an entire review and see if we can find you some money in there to pay for your Part B premium. Because if you don't sign up for it and something happens, you get sick, then you're not going to have that available there. And then if you don't get sick, if you're lucky enough not to get sick and for 5 years, and then you really need it 5 years later, there's a very limited amount of time you can sign up for it in a particular year. So you might have to wait several months, and you're like, well, I need it now, but you're not allowed to sign up for it because there's certain enrollment periods. And then again, don't forget, you sign up for 5 years later, you have a 50% penalty. So not only you're paying the $164 or whatever, $200 at the time, you're paying, if it's $200 5 years from now, then you're paying an extra $100. So you'd be paying $300 a month for it. Again, if looking into the future here. So pretty much everybody I've talked to over the decades has regretted not signing up for it or refusing it, declining it because they couldn't pay for it at that particular time. When you go into Social Security, if you just there's no ifs, ands, or buts, you just have to decline coverage. Then you go into Social Security, and they have to fill out a form, and the form is on a 795 or 1763, depends on a particular office, and then it specifically lays out that you're going to be charged at 10%, and nobody ever reads it. The employee is supposed to sit down with you and tell you everything I just said about, hey, this is, you might end up regretting this. This is, probably a bad decision in the greater scheme of things. But Social Security employees, unfortunately, just don't have the time to go through all that. So they say, you want to decline it? Okay, here's the form, sign this, done, have a good day. So it's important to be informed. So give us a call and we can go through it. And if you just have to decline it because you just have to decline it, then we can help you walk through navigate the bureaucracy and get it done as soon as possible. But give us a chance to see if we can find you some more money out there to pay for that, so there are no regrets later. All right, so if you have any other questions, again, we are former Social Security employees. We help people throughout the country navigate the Social Security and Medicare bureaucracy. We don't charge anything. If you feel like you trust us enough, and if you think you believe that we have enough expertise to help you, sign up for a Medicare supplement plan, Medicare Advantage plan, prescription drug plan, then that's how we kind of fund our little system there, pay for our phone bill, electricity bill, and all the rest of it. And insurance companies pay us directly. You never have to write us a check or give us any money whatsoever. All we accept is your thanks and appreciation, and that's all. All right, have a beautiful day, and we'll talk to you next time.